Welcome, kings and queens, to another episode of Unapologetic, your number one podcast. This is the show where kings and queens tell their legacies and on. So get ready for the gems to drop and pull up to the table.
Yes.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta come to a show.
I was gonna say that's a whole nother podcast coming up next.
Yeah, that's a whole other
That is
podcast.
crazy. So, and I see that you use that type of glare and sunshine as I see it
Mhm.
to help build your programs.
Oh yeah.
And what is one of the programs that most people wouldn't think that Access Health have?
So for the Blueprint Project, I believe that we offer coffee hours. And that's something that I don't think a lot of people realize. So we have our location here right in Muskegon Heights. And on Mondays from 10 to 11:30, we have coffee hours. So people can come in, get coffee. It's a good time for mixing and things like that. And we usually try to have a community partner from a different organization come in just so they're here to, once again, educate, explain what they do. Because there's a lot of mystery behind some of these nonprofits. Like, I think they do this, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, that's
So, really, the coffee hours is just kind of our way trying to bring information again back to the community in a nice, relaxed space. We have a nice little cafe area set up here.
Oh wow, man.
So the coffee hours is something that we're really proud of. And then we have CHWs, community health workers, that have office hours here. So if people have, say, Medicaid is a big question, how's it work? What changes are
Right.
coming? So they can come in and actually sit with the CHW and get that information or any other information that they're looking for.
That is huge. That
Yes.
is really
Yeah.
huge. And do you guys also help with the My Chart or any type of programs that that are digitalized?
Yeah, the CHWs do.
Yeah.
But I'm currently in the process of organizing a new round of class. So we're going to be offering a financial literacy course here. We're going to be offering a health literacy course here. And what other? Oh, we're offering a listening session with food inspectors for the end of the month. So if you have any questions about, what do I need to get licensed? We have a food inspector coming in. Community can come in and talk to them and get all those questions answered.
I'm gonna be front row center, man. I need all that. I need that today.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot
I'm
of
bringing
people
my
do.
kids.
A lot of
We
people
gonna
do
all
because
learn it.
a lot of people have this view of like the health department, they're just going to come in and shut you down. That's not the case. A lot of times it's them coming in and giving you that education, to, hey,
Prevent that from happening.
prevent you from being shut down. This is what we're looking for. This is what you need to have. So I think if people had a little bit more trusting relationship, they would get further in their business endeavors.
That's a great point because as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Williams and Miss Langlois, totally two different people, same freaking goal. So it's
Yeah,
like if you see it on the show, you can do it yourself.
exactly.
And so, Miss Langlois, I wanted to get back to the Innovation Hub real quick. Uh, the these spaces, yeah, because that's what I wanted. Because I've seen some of the rooms and they're huge. I'm
Yeah.
talking about huge. These spaces that you have, the office spaces and some of the classes. What are some of the businesses that come through to rent out some of these so-called spaces that you guys have? Is there
So
any
we
people who help innovate the program as a whole as well?
our office spaces are anything from like a 10 by 10 area to we have a larger space where people hold conferences and seminars, holds 150 people in that room. We have another classroom that holds maybe 40, and we have two little conference rooms that hold 6 to 10. So any of those spaces can be rented out. If you work for a nonprofit, there's a different rate than if you're a for-profit. So really anybody in the community can rent the spaces out. So Trinity Health, Access Health, Senior Resource. I mean, the list goes on and on. Different schools, Muskegon Public, Reese Puffers holds ISDs hold meetings here. But specifically, if you're talking trainings and services for entrepreneurs. We have a series called Trailblazer Talks that, again, with this grant that we received, we had the first one up in Ludington with Sweetwater Floral. And we talked about kind of resilience in starting businesses. It was a great keynote event. And then we had one here a couple months ago with Cooking with Q out of Detroit, who is currently on the Food Network. We have friends in high places here. Yeah, Cooking with Q.
Oh,
She's amazing. So we had a big event here where we had, I think it was 6 different local food entrepreneurs set up their business, and we had them giving out samples. And then we had a discussion with a panel of local food entrepreneurs giving their opinions on how to start things up, how to maybe pivot or change. And then Q came in and was our keynote speaker and was just amazing with her
That's
recommendations about kind of
man,
how
I missed
to,
that.
yeah, she was super
Man.
powerful. Um,
Oh man.
so yeah, and then we once a year we do a thing called Innovator of the Year, where anybody with an innovation. In fact, Ricardo was nominated for it last year because of his innovation with doing the series of classes through the Blueprint Project. But every year
That's
we take
amazing,
nominations.
man.
Anybody that has either an innovative widget or an innovative way to address maybe some social injustice or those types of things. Anybody can get nominated, but you can't nominate yourself.
I'm
Ah,
campaigning next year. I'm not just
I
accepting the nominate. I'm going to get out there. I'm having town hall meetings. I'm
we
going to
gonna
win
win this,
this.
brother.
we
I'm
have
going to
We
win
gonna
this
do it
signs.
reward.
together.
Yes.
We doing this together.
Oh,
Love
yes.
that.
But oh my God, Ricardo, I wanted to get back with you
Uh-huh.
real quick. The the Blueprint program is that's your baby. I wanted to
Yes.
say that's
Yes.
the baby.
Yeah.
Is the baby growing up to a toddler yet? Because if the baby is this good, the toddler version must be excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. We're and we're kind of changing our scope a little bit. So we have a space here, like I said, downtown Muskegon Heights, that the community can come use if they need space, pop up shops, all that kind of stuff. But now we're also gearing more towards that educational piece. So kind of going back to the classes I was talking about bringing in. I really see that as being the next step of the Blueprint Project and a hub is really being more of like a learning center, where we have maybe there's cooking classes or maybe there's all kinds of different things. Something that's near and dear to my heart is I want to put together a series of how to eat healthy living in a food desert, because as you know, yeah,
Like
yeah,
how we are today.
yeah. I wish. So as you know, Muskegon Heights,
No pun intended, ladies and gentlemen.
as you know,
No pun
Muskegon Heights is
intended.
a little bit of is a food desert. Not a little bit, it is. So we could put together classes, kind of teach people the stores and resources that we have in the city now. If you can utilize those and still have a healthy lifestyle, that would be great. Because I think that's one of the big problems that people find living in food deserts is you get caught into this cycle of just eating the worst foods because that's all
And the
you really have.
same thing.
The same things. Yep.
I ain't gonna lie.
You go get your 6 piece and wings, and
Yeah, that's me. I'm
yep.
sorry. Y'all might as well lock me up.
I was there too. I was there too till one day I was just kind of standing in our local chicken spot, and I was like, "This got to be part of a system. This got to be
Exactly.
this is
Exactly.
systemic, and I need to change
It's a
this.
systemic fatism.
Yes, and I need to do something about it.
But that's amazing. That is that I can't wait to see the next stage, in real time. Because
Yeah.
talking about it's a dream come true, especially at the times where we should have all these resources and
Hmm.
we should have, people coming more and more often, but it's so hard because of the how can I put the pressure that the world is feeling right now.
Yeah.
And this is like almost an uplift, like you're helping relieve people from certain stress that they were like, oh my God, I don't even know
Yeah.
how I'm going to open
You
my store next week.
Exactly. You
You
can't
know,
think
but if
about.
I go to Innovation Hub and if I go to Access Health and slap them together and make a sandwich, man, I think I can
I got
feed
a
my family
chance.
for about a month or
I
two.
got a chance.
So let me
Exactly.
put this together.
Exactly. It's hard to think about innovation and moving forward when you're in survival mode because you can only think the next minute to minute. You don't have time to think about the future. I'm trying to survive right now. So
Exactly.
our just I believe our goal here at Access Health definitely I think Cyndi would agree their goal too is to give people that time to think, give people that time to slow down and say, okay, I'm good right now. I can kind of start planning for the future, or I have the tools. I can start putting a plan together to get to where I want to go.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
So that's one of the things that we talk about. We have a couple different classes that we teach here under the Elevate West title. So we do
Okay.
a 2 to 3 hour kind of quickie get started. Then there's a boot camp, and then there's like a 12-week core. And one of the things that I heard from one of the participants that just did the 2 3 hour get started was how nice it was just to kind of have the door closed to the room and have a couple hours to concentrate on their business. And that was all. Everything else got blocked out. Because I think what people
That's
do is
great.
when there's a lot of turmoil, they're trying to figure out their business amongst the turmoil. And you
Yeah.
really've
Yep.
got to quiet the world and really think through a lot of different steps. And again, I think Ricardo, when you said something about relationships, that was brilliant to me because that really it's you've got to find somebody that you can trust to talk to and
Mhm.
really build a relationship with because it's not a you come into the hub or to Access Health for an hour and it's an hour long and then you're done, right? It's
Right.
really about a relationship and walking beside people.
And I want to get to one more question with you, Miss Langlois. And I think this is, I don't think I know. This is one of my biggest questions when I was just starting my entrepreneur career. Uh, what are some, do you guys, let me put it this way, do you guys offer any legal advisory or have any type of legal counsel come to help advise?
So we are not attorneys, and I don't play one here at work because that is a huge amount of liability that I don't want to get into. So we do have, some local lawyers here that focus on business. And then Varnum down in Grand Rapids also works really well with people that are looking at like developing patents for their
Wow,
widgets and
that's
giggets.
huge.
And then we also have a gentleman, Jacob Ward, who's out of, I think, Detroit and Tiffin, Ohio, of all places. And he is somebody that we also recommend folks go to, especially for patent work. He really understands that widget and gidget thing where he can understand that and help folks with patents. And we've had several businesses that have developed patents and have been very successful with that.
I think we
Yeah.
need to, I think
Yeah.
it sounds like we need to add a new section to the blueprint to business, like a legal kind of overview or something along
See
those
Mhm.
lines.
that there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. It
Yep.
only takes but one seed. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, um, that was, but the Mr. Wills, you threw me off for a moment. You
Sorry. I'm
got
sorry. I do that all the
no,
time. My
you're
fault.
fine. You're fine. But Ms. Langlois, that's awesome. That is a great thing to have because a lot of times we do not know where to go to either ask for that type of help
Mhm.
because it's a sensitive topic. And then following Mr. Williams, if that is really something that you're able to create with the relationship with the innovation hub in some type of way, I feel like Muskegon's gonna be one of the biggest entrepreneur lighthouses spots in the country
Oh, yeah, we're
because there's
definitely.
not a lot of programs that offer that because like Miss Langlois stated, that's a really very sensitive topic.
Mhm.
But excuse me, not she, they still take the time to go through the proper protocols to get that information out to the community.
Mhm.
So I got to give that round of applause to that because even though you're afraid of the spider, you still captured the spider.
I try to squish the spider, but this that analogy probably doesn't go well.
I've been reading some real poetry lately, y'all. I mean, in my class. So if y'all hear these weird metaphors, that's why.
You
We're
need to
good.
look. You need to look up Rudy Francisco. He's my favorite poet.
Rudy Francisco. Man, see, I love that knowledge. I love it. But I understand you two have so much work to do. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I want to thank you once again. This information is excellent. It's great. I didn't know about half of it myself. So I'm going to literally run this back, ladies and gentlemen, get all the notes, and then I'm going to put them all in the description below. But thank you for tuning in to Unapologetic, your number one podcast. And please feel free to contact Innovation Hub and Access Health. They are there to help you. Like I just said before, the information will be down below. So don't be afraid to even contact me, and I will give the information to them. So there's always a way. Miss Langlois and Mr. Williams, I thank you too for
Thank
all the
you.
community work that you have put in effort, because it's more than a job. It's a lifestyle. And I want to applaud you too personally and thank you.
Well, thank you for inviting us to join you today. I appreciate it very much.
Yes, thank you for having us. I'm glad we could finally get the technology to cooperate for everybody.
Yes, thank you all. And make sure you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe button. It helps us very much. Every year we take back and look back what we have done, and we give back to the community that actually pushed us to this level. So be right back with another number one show, Unapologetic.